Just finished a 3-hour hike, having just an amazing conversation, spending time out in nature, spending time connected with the all, connected with the universe. And this is when I love hopping on the camera, man, as my mind is racing, my thoughts are racing. And I don't think I can give better words than when I am connected with the universe, connected with the all, as I'm just receiving downloads right now from above, and I'm being called to share them all on this video, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Now, for me, I want to share my experience as someone who never turns his brain off, who has done a lot of work on himself, has spent a lot of time alone, but has also spent a lot of time around some amazing minds. And I've consumed so much amazing knowledge that I'm going to be able to take with me for the rest of my life. And I think I just learned an amazing lesson today. And after spending literally 2 minutes to reflect on my situation, I just came to a realization of something that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life. And it's so important, especially with where I'm at right now. As like I said, I'm someone who has done so much work on myself, and I'm doing so much work right now trying to change other people's lives and trying to build a business and just working all day. I mean, I don't stop working. I work all day, whether it's on myself or whether it's on my business or whether it's on other people. I'm always working. And being someone who does that means that my brain is never really turning off unless I spend intentional time with meditation, with yoga, with breath work, intentional time in nature. But of course, there's only so much time that I can spend doing that. Majority of my day, majority of my 24 hours is going to work. So because of that, and because I've spent so much time on myself and so much time working, and I'm very in tune with my mind, in tune with my thoughts, I'm someone who experiences a lot of different emotions in the day. And what I mean by that is, I'll have times of just a bunch of encouragement. I'll have times of a bunch of motivation. I'll also have times in that same day of sadness, of discouragement, of confusion. And then I'll go back to being motivated. And then I'll go back to being just so happy. I will experience more emotions in a day than probably some people experience in a week. And the reason for that is because, like I said, my mind is never turned off. I never spend any time, because I don't do any of the weed or the alcohol or the video games, like the TV. I don't spend any time off. And the reason that I always feel like I have to be on is because I do things like this, where I'll hop on the camera and make a YouTube video. I'll hop on the camera and go on my Instagram story. And my message I have to always be turned on. I have to always try and be connected with the source, because my messages have to come from a place of high frequency, because my messages are meant to be offerings. And the biggest way that I can be an offering is by giving you an opportunity to see what state of being that you're in, right? Because if you watch one of my videos, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's an Instagram story, if you watch it and have a negative view on it, that just means that in that moment, you're in a negative state of mind or a negative state of being, which means that it gives you an opportunity to course correct yourself. But if you see my message and you're extremely encouraged by it, you love it, you support it, that is a direct reflection of yourself as well, in the sense that you're in a positive state of mind and you're in a loving state of mind, which of course you want to be in that loving and that caring state of mind 24/7, because it's a high frequency. So my message is meant to be an opportunity for you to course correct yourself, for you to quiz yourself. Because remember, life is not a mirror, or life is not a window, it's a mirror. The way that you view me is a direct correlation of yourself. It's a confession of character in the moment, which is why my message, it must always come from a place of high frequency. Because if my message is high frequency, then you can vibe with a high frequency. If my message is low frequency, or if my message is ever low frequency, which is not, then if you're in a high frequency, I would be making you confused, right? So what I'm saying is I always have to be turned on. And with that, my emotions are always running rampant, where I'm always thinking about different things. I'm always working on different things. And because of that, there are so many times in a day where I can catch myself not being grateful. And whenever I'm not being grateful in the moment, that's when I disconnect from source. And that's when I start to get into those low frequency states, whether it's confusion, whether it's shame, whether it's desire for negative things, whether it's fear, that's what I get into, those low frequency states when I lack gratitude. And like I said, a lot of times the reason that I lack gratitude is because I'm so fixated on a task at hand that's difficult that I'm forgetting my purpose in the first place, or I'm not tying it to my vision right now. So the lesson that I learned right now that it's so important. I just turned off the fucking video. I'm gonna have to put those things together. But like I said, it's very important that every single minute, or I mean, it's gonna be hard every single minute, but I have to be intentional with being grateful every single day. Because if I'm not grateful, if I stray away from that at any moment, that's when I'm getting into those low frequency states. And when I'm in those low frequency states, I'm not being productive. So I have to be more intentional about taking, whenever I'm getting stressed or whenever I'm getting overwhelmed or discouraged, to stop in the moment and be grateful. And I think all of you guys could do that as well. A lot of times we stray away from that because of the system that we're born into, or the hand that we're being dealt. We often want to be the victim. And because we want to be the victim, we lack the gratitude. And then when we lack the gratitude, like I said, we're disconnected from source. So the vision becomes very blurry. And this is where a lot of people quit. A lot of people quit when that vision gets blurry. And that's the last thing we want. The last thing that we want is to quit. And it's very hard to quit when you're in a high frequency state at all times. And you can remain in this high frequency state at all times, or at least majority of the times, by practicing gratitude for every little thing. And that's what I was just taught by my mentor right now. And I'm so grateful for that reminder, because especially as of late, I'm evolving, and I feel myself evolving. I'm able to manage so many different tasks in a day. I'm able to get so much more work done in a day that many people are able to get done in weeks. But because I'm also going through these stages of evolution, I've never operated at this level before. There's a lot of things that I don't know because I'm at a new level, and that's just how all of our lives are going to be. When you get to a new level, you don't know the challenges of that level, and I didn't know the challenges of these levels, and I realized that there's been so many times at this level where I've lacked gratitude because, like I said, I'm always on the go, I'm always moving. But that reminder was just so impactful to me right now, and I just wanted to give it to you guys, man, because like I said, man, this information, I'm just an offering, and the information that I gain it's not my knowledge, right? It's never my knowledge. The information that I gain is always, just a blessing from above. And this blessing from above, I'm supposed to give it, right? I'm supposed to give and give and give and give. And that's what I'll make sure to do, is just give and give and give and give. So I just want to be grateful right now for the opportunity to make this video. I'm going to be practicing gratitude a whole lot more, man. I mean, all day, right? It's not possible to be sad or angry or depressed or in fear when you're grateful. So yeah, I just want to say I'm grateful, and I know this video is very dark, but I like the quality and the brightness. But I had to get on here and just say it, man. Just grateful. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If you watch these, I give them my all. I put all my energy into these. I put all my energy into everything that I do, whether it's a conversation with a person, it's a task at hand, a workout, an edit, whatever it is. Just want to say thank you. I'm grateful. I love y'all. Later.